Hello everybody and welcome to Oregairu Season 3 Episode 9 Anime Review. First off, sorry this review's late. I couldn't do it yesterday, didn't have enough time, the light was gone. Need to get a light, should probably do that so I'm not at the mercy of the sun. It's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, this episode was pretty good. It was definitely for me, I think, more of a here's where things stand episode, seeing how everyone is, their relationships are with each other. In terms of that, instead of like actually moving things along properly. There was a little bit of that with Yui especially and Hiki and their whole thing going on, but in the end though, it's gonna get a bit more real from here. We got what, 3 episodes left, so we don't have too much time for things to not kick off, but you know what I'm saying. Things are gonna sort themselves out. Well, not sort themselves out. They're gonna need to sort them out and sort them out soon. But anyway, let's crack on with this episode, see how everything went down and everything. Let's do this. We open up with Hiki and Komachi eating, or I think they were eating, can't remember. That's not the important part. The point is, Hikigai is not looking very happy. Yes, I know that's just his face, but it's even more unpleasant than usual. He tells Komachi basically what happened. And says, hey, I'll tell you about, when we finish this situation, I'll tell you everything. So basically he knows they're not done yet. They're not done with what they got to do. She says she's got a surprise for him and some quiet time with the family for a celebration. Was confused as to what they were celebrating at first, but then it's probably either the prom happening or just him getting through another year, Or, no, it doesn't make no sense. It's Komachi they're celebrating. Of course it's Komachi. Why would they celebrate Hikigaya? That doesn't make no sense. He's Hikigaya. You don't need to celebrate that poor man. Hikigaya takes Yui from across the room to see if she's free, basically. And then she comes over from her friends. He gets a glare from one of them. Probably Miura, when I think about it. But, yeah, she comes over and is like, just say hello like a normal person, please. And he's like, I cannot do that, for I am Hiki. And that I am no mere mortal man. They go to the park, they chill at a park. Hiki really doesn't want to get on the swings. He looks at it and is like, no, I'm not going to do that. And he just doesn't do it, which is fair enough. They cut straight to the point. He asks, hey, what's your wish, basically? Because, Yukino was like, hey, grant a wish. He's getting right to work on that, it seems. She has a lot of wishes. All of which are sort of an insult as to Hikigaya as she wishes. It's like, I wish you were more this, I wish you were less this. And he's like, okay, I suck, I got it. And he then, while they're bantering, because that's what it is, they're bantering, he wishes, hey man, I wish things could go on like this, but he knows they can't. He tells her he lost the competition and everything, so let me grant your wish, because that's what Yukino wanted and everything. He says, I'll do whatever I can do within my ability. And she's always like, don't say that, because everything's within your ability. So you just push yourself a bit hard, to be fair. She'll only ask for some simple things. And she lists a few. And they're all, pretty basic things. Then she spots a couple. And it's like, oh my god, she's going to ask. She's going to do it. But then she's like, no, I want to grant your wish as well. So you think, I'll think. And then we'll reconvene when we've decided what our wishes are going to be. And we'll each grant them. So, yeah, it must have hurt. You can tell she really wanted to ask then what her real wish was, but it's not going to happen. I feel bad for her because I've looked and I just cannot see a way in which things work out for her, which sucks. It really does suck for her. But hey, what can you do? The next day at school, at the shoe lockers, I guess, Miura asks him, hey, what are you doing about Yui? Don't be half-assed. She's my friend, damn it, don't hurt her and all that. And then she leaves and the Hikigaya comes to the conclusion that, you know what? She might actually be a nice person, despite everything. She might be alright, which, hey, fair enough. Yui appears and then later on they run into Yukino and Iroha, who are doing work-related things, prom-related stuff, as they do. Not going too smooth because logistics, but hey, it's going as well as it can. Good stuff there. Iroha really wants him to help, as she often does, but then she gets a bit tired because for some reason Yukino and Hikigaya are just not talking to each other. They're like, when you were a kid, right, and your friend had annoyed you, so you were like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. So whenever you wanted to say something to them, you'd get a third person be like, tell them that I said this, even though they're standing right there. It was sort of like that, way less obvious and malicious, but Same basic premise behind it, I think, anyway. Iroha says, please help on the day of the prom. She whispers like, hey, please help. That was sort of foreboding. What does she mean? Did she mean like with Yukino, or did she mean with like just help out? Like, I'm seeing like double meanings in everything now. That's what this show's done to me. And then Yui, after that, Yui's like, hey Hickey, come to my house so we can bake a cake. Like, first she just said come to my house, and he was like, nope, I cannot do that. Rom-com gods, don't do this to me. And then he's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The cake for Komachi that they talked about forever ago, whenever that was, that's what they're going to do right now. Hikigaya gets there and he was lied to because Yui Gamama is not there at all, which is a 0 out of 10 unwatchable show. We need Yui Gamama or bust, basically. He's super nervous, of course. Then when they look through the book a bit, they're all being all bashful around each other, as they do. Yui Gamama returns to help them out, basically, picking things. Hickey goes full housewife at one point, which was funny, and then they go shopping. Shopping trip was good. What happened there? She was talking about peaches being in certain season, and then she was saying some very big things about it. I was like, I see the peach is a metaphor here, but I'm not sure what the peach is a metaphor for. But you were using such big words, and I'm sure it's something if my tiny brain could open itself a little bit. They do cooking. Yui is still experimental with her cooking. That's a good word. Experimental was a good word. Yui Gamama knows how to cook though, so that's good. So they're not going to make a complete disaster of this. They're going to at least have something presentable at the end of it. Secret ingredient Mama was talking about, she whispers it to Yui and it really embarrasses her. And Hickey's really trying hard to not play along. She's like, what do you think it was, Hickey? And he's like, I think it could be this or this. And he's like, he knows, but he's just playing along as he does. And then later on, when they're walking home, Hikigaya is like, I agree, making things together is fun. I'm like, are you the real Hikigaya? The loner king? That's not how this goes. Gives her a gift as thanks. They might have been cookies or whatever. They're thanks for her cookies from before. And he put in a secret ingredient as well, I guess sort of related to earlier. Don't get her hopes up like that, Hickey, what are you doing? And then again, it's the old, if only this could go on, it'd be great, but it can't. You know, he knows it can't. He's got to sort this out, basically. So get right on that, guys, is basically what I'm saying here. Then we go to the graduation ceremony, school ending ceremony. I don't know exactly what it is. Iroha gives a speech, and then Meguri cries and gives a speech too. And at this point, I was like, oh yeah, they're only second years, aren't they? Legit thought they were third years, like, this whole time. Like, not this whole time, but like at some point it must have slipped into my brain that they're third years. No, they're second years. I'm a dum-dum, as it turns out. Miura was crying, Meguri was crying, Hickey was crying, like a lot. There was a lot of tears from Hickey. I was like, I'm not expecting him to be that outwardly emotional as you do. Ends happy though, they all do a little chant or whatever. Good stuff there. Okay, well that's good. Everything wrapped up well, you know, nothing left. Post-credit scene, of course it's a post-credit scene. So Meguri basically tells him to keep at it, and then Iroha says, Hikigaya, I've got a job for you, my dude. So that is where we end the episode. Like I said, in the grand scheme of things, not too much got accomplished this episode. It just serves to make you feel worse for Yui, and because we know it's going to happen. We know Yui's not going to win, right? That's where we're at. Be nice if she won, but I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry. Anyway, let's get to my favorite part of the episode. So normally with my favorite part of the episode, I say normally, what I used to do is I used to have a little video thing here showing what it was. However, in the last couple weeks, last week about so far, I've had a bunch of copyright claims because of it. Don't know why it's only just started, but there you go. So I'm not gonna show a video. Sorry, blame Japan. Anyway, what my favorite part of the episode was, it was the, I don't even know how to explain it. Like the whole Hikigaya really wishing that they could continue on like how they are, but at the same time, because he's wishing for it, he knows that's an impossibility. There's no way they can go back to how things were or keep things like this, because that's not how this shindig goes down, you know? There's nothing genuine about that, so to speak. And it's good. I'm curious to see how they end it. Like, this ending could be really bad. Like, I'm gonna just lay that out there. Like, it could go bad, the ending. And I'm on the edge of my seat, hoping they at least give something alright. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week, hopefully on Thursday next week, for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.